Wow.
Am I watching these people do a glitch?
I don't know, maybe? You okay, Bodie?
We can handle this.
Ow! Fucking rats.
I love a good fight.
Ah, I love my crewmates. You okay?
No! What game are you playing?
What? You're playing Destiny 2.
Oh gosh. This man is uncultured. Destiny 2, out of any game you could play. At least it's not Fortnite.
Anything's better than Fortnite.
But still, Destiny 2.
Actually, I could name a few. I could name a few horrible games.
I mean, they ruined their game, so.
Yeah, but so did a California company making a trucking game.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
They really effed up. And it was funny as hell because they're all like, hey, let's make a
Bro,
game.
dude, I hate trollers in this game. They're so annoying.
Have you met the trollers in Dark Souls? That's always fun to watch.
No, this dude's running around with a grenade launcher, and so he's trolling everyone. So I'm just messing with every vehicle he gets in with the destroyer.
Determine the fate of the Hassling colony if there's anything. Would you like to save? Yes. I'm about to start the final mission of the game. It's like, would you like to save? Yes. I know there's a lot of digging I've done about the past few hours. I got a robot.
To inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is executed. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. Understood. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a trade.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be...
What's your favorite gun in Destiny 2? Gun.
Your ship is not permitted to leave until you remit only after you're smoking.
Okay, I thought you were about to say like Gawning Hunger or some shit like that.
Captain, I would not recommend this course of action.
What's your favorite hand cannon? Trust. Oh, okay. In my opinion, dude, my favorite thing that in the game is forgot what the two hand cannons are called. Malfeasance and the other one. Malfeasance and
How can I be of assistance?
not me. It took me like 2 hours.
You
No,
are
in my
rogue.
opinion, the main reason I'm guessing I just got lucky with orbs of light and stuff like that, because I didn't get many invaders when I did it. Yeah, nah, that's why people say do 5 to 10. I was doing 15, and I got it done in no time. Like, I was, at that point, I was just
Yes.
having to try to get Gambit wins. That's what took me the longest, getting Gambit wins. The moats was the easy part. The Gambit wins is what took me forever.
Ah, balls, what the hell?
I know you did not just say Gambit's good. That is the main reason why people hate that game. I mean, they won't even listen to their community, and when their community cries enough, they literally just do stupid stuff. People will whine about a gun and then nerf it, but the gun was completely fine. That's the main problem, is they will listen to the community too much. I get every once in a while, yeah, nerf them, but every single time someone complains about something, they nerf it. So what? No. Well, what does it look like? Jotun? That's a fusion rifle. Yeah, no, that's another reason why they added the truth back, which more than half the community was disappointed for Bungie for doing that. They added Jotun, which once you get learning the curve of it, the stupid gun's stupid.
Yippee!
They added they made it to where hand cannons are completely useless.
Holy shit!
Used to the prison had for bars when it's got a storm like that guarding the gates.
Gotta admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just completely given up on the game. I dealt with their shit for a couple months, and then I just left that game. I mean, Modern Warfare, I got tired of the little kids running MP7s and shit like that. But they finally have added sniping back into the game.
Let's look around. There's gotta
Basically, have you played Modern Warfare? You're telling me you have half your storage used, but you're not gonna play it?
Alright, time to do the one thing I'm always good at, running.
Well, if you ever do you have the full game installed? Okay, well, you're gonna have to install a few packs to be able to play multiplayer. So if you ever think of playing on it soon, you're gonna want to install those packs. And when you get to season 15 and 31, they're free guns. But basically they added a sniper and a auto rifle. Basically, the auto rifle is broken because it can shoot through like 6 surfaces, which most guns can only barely shoot through 2. That but it has to. It's a 10-round mag thing, so you have to run sleight of hand with it. And then the sniper is like the AX-50, which is the most preferred weapon in Call of Duty. The actual COD part of Modern Warfare. AX-50 because it's quick scope. It hit markers. It's really consistent. What I mean. So actually, it's like the HDR, but with the AX-50s. Okay, no, it's like the HDR because it doesn't hit marker, but it with the car had a baby. Because I don't know how to pronounce. Yeah, basically, it has the ADS speed of the car, which is stupid, and it doesn't hit markers like the car. So quick scoping is a thing in the game now. You just have to hit level 15 in the season pass to get it. And there's actual. It's like a mag. From what I've heard, it's like a mag-fed sniper. Marksman rifle, I mean. Dude, this is why I don't like this game. People like this dude.
The captain did right. Now it's ours. The board will never hold up. Not while I. Come on, my guy.
Da 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 da. Gunfire's coming from everywhere. Straight death. Did not know we had friends here.
You know how the, like, truth is annoying, right? Okay, so in my game, the destroyer is basically the truth.
Oh, we're talking
yeah. No, okay. Yeah, you know the destroyer, right? In this game? This dude's grenade, he thinks his grenade launcher is gonna outrange me. So he's just been chasing me down in limos and shit, so I get behind these little blockers and snipe them and run. And then he gets in another vehicle.
They lock me up. I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Probably not.
This might be the longest
I'm running in a little police car to get away from the cops. Those little Camry things.
We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
Yes. Yes, we do. Let's look at the map. Oof.
Unless this dude's on a bike, he's not. You didn't. Oh.
Oof.
Quiet, Captain.
Boop. It's a good thing I equipped him with heavy guns.
Yeah, no, I think I remember my setup being a malfeasance in the trial sniper. Or no, I think it was the beloved.
Captain, behind you!
Ow!
No, I find it sad that Destiny 1 they actually put efforts into their guns. In Destiny 2 they sad.
Kinda busy. Also, we're live right now. What, you didn't know that? Well, I'm sorry. Can't use that, but I'll use
Dude,
this
this
bomb.
dude's gonna pull a grenade launcher because he's so salty.
Oof. I still think that's a horrible way to die. Disintegration. But I mean, I do have an assault rifle that kinda, you know, does that. And right now I am raiding an entire prison yard or prison colony for, you know, one person. Yeah, so they ain't in the happy mood to see me. They want to keep them, I want to break them out. First thing that comes to mind, the biggest word ever, prison break!
Dude, this dude tried so hard. He's literally dedicating his life to try to annoy me, but he is failing so bad.
Hmm. Well,
No, he tried getting on the roof so that he would literally he would not, like, lose me. Or I wouldn't lose him.
hmm.
Uh, and so he was trying to get on my vehicle, and so I just pulled out a grenade launcher,
Ah,
and I sat there and whatchamacallit, the and grenade launched him to where he couldn't get on my vehicle, and got in the vehicle in time to where I ran him over and he couldn't get on the roof, and I'm just escaping.
and I run so
Like,
far
he has to
away.
be mad, bro.
Loading, loading, loading. We're loading, loading, loading. Doo-doo-doo. Just gonna raid your armory for a little bit. That medical drone's kinda late for that safety. Holy shite, that is a long way down. Wonder if I could constitute a prison break. Like an actual prison break.
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If you're... Is that a... Whatever. I need to fix this before I get in trouble. Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went a little haywire after the last deployment, so here I am. Anyway, I need to finish this. Of course. Well, we don't always get what we want. Go on. Fixing the FP. Anyway.
Was it a giant one?
Use code.
Incoming!
No, he taught her to bark when she wants food. And now she barks all the fucking time. Oh my gosh.
Sneaking, I am sneaking.
Bro, this dude is salty, bro.
Look out!
Yeah, bro, he's dedicating his whole life to chasing me down. He's dedicating his whole life to chasing me down, bro. This dude doesn't realize if I was to exit my vehicle and just pull out my sniper, he'd be dead.
I thought I was going down. I literally thought I was going down.
All right,
Are these
NSI.
two...
I'm not one for rousing speeches.
Where is this idiot at?
Needs our help.
Oh, he ran away like a little pansy because he knew what I was about to do.
Oh.
He didn't get it, I was just... He knows about to fuck his day up.
I'm liked by everybody, so basically I now have friends. Sorry, suit.
What the shit? I gotta block this solo kid, bro. I hate kids with the destroyer. Like, imagine using a destroyer for trolling.
Ow, what the oh. I think I made this dude learn a lesson the hard way. I just dumped 90 rounds of entirely electric ammo into him. I think that counts as a lesson, right? people. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We got people to go save and prisoners to break out. Let's have a go. Surprise! Go up to great.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly what...
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate...
Keep talking, and you'll be...
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the column. It's a wonder what Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our... I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
We're helping, which is more than you can...
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way. If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a... We'll have to...
Well then. That was useless to me.
Company ammo.
Wow, you guys have been busy while I was gone. Up to a target. should have taken out the electric guy. Yeah, some guys got like electrical weapons, some got void weapons, you know. Everyone's most least favorite bunch. Alright. Wait till they get healed. Oh.
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
Really doing this, huh? Take a breath now, folks. Once we're out there, expect we ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning. When we moved to arrest him, he was prepared. You've... I'm afraid I can't. For all your talent... Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to be... All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business. Fair enough. Yes, I'm quite aware. My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed. Phineas Wells told you that? Phineas, narcissist and demented crackpot Wells? I trust my own science.
Dang it.
You're telling the truth, aren't you? We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on... And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroic.
Oh. Time to use the one thing that thing won't be able to use. Oh, look, your robot failed. I think the lady that just tried to kill me failed to mention, you know, I have an electric weapon. And, I don't think electronics do well against other electronics. And then, I think 90 rounds, almost to like maybe 180 plus, kind of tore through it. That and I was hiding behind. What happened?
Why won't
Bitch, you just tried to kill me and I just mowed you down with half a clip.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long over. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's... You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make...
You mean... we're all alone out here?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're... Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony. One problem. We're going to need a leader. And I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say? You won't hear a word of this. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this... We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed. And so... our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow...
Yay! Well, I kinda destroyed a utopian future for a bunch of bureaucrats who are doing illegal stuff.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens
just went
according to the
AWOL.
grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the Board's authority. But the Board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the Board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The Board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Sanjar's civil liberties and worker-centric policies were slow to catch on with the other corporations. But as Halcyon began its long, arduous journey toward recovery, many of Terra 2's smaller townships started adopting MSI's alternative corporate structure, and eventually became entirely self-sufficient. In the coming years,
I'm okay with it.
many of these
And I think the
townships
other guy
managed
left.
to eke by, where otherwise they might have starved. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial
Rather
direction,
digital, I'd rather have it,
openly accusing Board officials of
go
an
cheap
extraterrestrial
instead of going
conspiracy.
expensive.
One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the Board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs.
Yay!
It was a dark time indeed.
People at a rich town
Ellie
find how to
savored
good
her
jobs.
adventures on the Unreliable. Once they were done, she returned to life as usual, running missions of dubious legality, shunning respectable work, and living life to the fullest. She meant to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with 2 hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat
There's
awkwardly,
a gay woman in this game,
agreed.
and I kind of enjoyed it.
The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you? The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon. You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. You administered the colony in your own image. With the old power of the board destroyed, a new government of Halcyon rose with you at its center. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years that were to follow, and helped ensure the survival of the colony until the end of your days. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
My guy's name in Outer Worlds was Caboose. He was the captain of the ship, and his name was Captain Caboose. And I got the, like, pretty much the good ending. But that's all that I have for this game. It was very fun. Mainly dicking around, but, you know, a lot of fun.